This is Buadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Wa samuna esi ya na wunimu. Na waya wadwen support so wo kabino. Watch your back.
Akoba biu, ahaya Buadu TV so. Yera se sabi bia mo hwe mesira mo amon subscribe ye no mfa mo sense so me kwate na yenja ye comment ntum iwie en like page no anase video no na afi yan share na ye koyenim yentinsi mo ya titin so akache IGP asesa no ai na pare ko ye onu na yesi awo tiso gidigidi enye easy na ebo ni dinko headquarters ko hwe se na police fo ebo se na bi tusika obi wo amafu iska police for mu iska o do bikita 200 cedis or tugu wasa yo no aba wanya biashim ai na ya titi afa ya afa IGP dampara ya pam no ena wakasa da afa Kofi Adomah wonwani na asem no nukuranie Kofi asem ne de atiti se na Kofi kan se contractor no da so yi kwan no onya ya da so yi entimu a mobu na bem na mokeka nsam fa no ho social media so no munya botra se ba Ghana for munya botre na sabre ya Kofi wo mu anya bre pai wo se sempo wa e boni bi mpo etia obia obi beka asem ya ade afa no entimu a moyesa munyai yakoti ya titi
bia meka cho say wo no obi di nkomo na se nipa da sem no oka no wa analyze asem no na wo start attacking nipa ne personality a e kire se wadwen wo fom e kire se wunim de e wo fom onye matured obi a onye matured bia no didi atem. Yeah, I will tell you for a fact. Sir, me no ade share wa he no ade share kan sem me su say me no ade share nya adwen a I don't have any right to say maka say wuti kakraka and I wo yetietia menka asebo ode show yetietia na tete wo yetietia o minister right no it doesn't make sense eti wo ye nipa a wo wiase na wutimi so camera si wanim didi wo yonko atem e wase wa akasa wutimi hu se honya matured wadwene wo fom so obi aka asem na so say asem no woni nipa na nya adwen a analyze the issue, the content of the issue no and no na was a one analyze niye nyina ye koyanim ba se Ghana se say ma wo se bibia bewura ye mu ye patam die dodo eno so yesia free he Mark Zuckerberg no kra wade ne social media ne ba ye ne Facebook no menya sure say obekwa akoso live na wadidi obi atama di nipa na tam say Ghana obi timi edi ni yonkwa tafiti ni ti kwasi ni nase ai wonim anoti na yenye da no because obi wa ha o kan ode bechewo yeah you should understand say we are na ye na mu no spiritual world so ho if you believe it for your own good if you don't believe it at your own risk obi wa ha o kan wo didi na tem ode bechewo obi so wa o kan na omua na wa muawa obua okran keye enti afedo ba hu say wa bra boda ne ma bi kwaso wa wo dwene ho a wonti ase yes enye obi a ne ka no social media na ma ya yesu atra dodo ye patem die Ghana ni timi di ne yonko atem aso on the board no na nipa na o di ne yonko atem no wo hwe nipa no so ne nipa dua na o di si wa na o di obi atem a then you know say nipa no am pampa say ni nyansa wo for me da maka kire wo woni nyansa say nye nipa na sam na o ka na ne nya adwene bi asam no be ka bi na ne nipa dua na o di kira ho na so be didi na tema woni nyansa put it in your head and for wo di bia wukita to insult somebody's personality you are a fool. I will tell you this morning and to we be a jai se wo ye saade ni bia jai wo ya unnim nyansa aye ye Ghana enyema bebrea ya ya mana tra so dodo enti enkofo bebre wo enemies around them and nipa no enkonya na hwe wo bekom kra na nipa no ne ha o ebi kwa nipa na nko beboa wo but ono obi anya asam ma wo de wano akotuma didi nipa na tema running it down unimo Anopaya some of this yaba catch and say, Yen shall be keke. It is obi no be ya na adie. Na sa wunni masem ni mu a, ebe ya nkamia wano. Obetimi for bia some World Cup enyo ne nipa ne enya ntokwa o body na no bekwa akotuma je ntokwa na boso because of a trend eno yade eno obia per followers enti ya won Ghana for so ye ne negativity ho sa wo ya de ye positive a wonya followers wo start say wo ye negative niama na obia dim ni kwa akwa won ti de ama Ghana for do na adwene nya adwuma isa munu kwa ne yedi enra mi ankasa me bra panyi Kofi Adomah wonwade na bompa ya ma me bra na no pese nyame onka ne ho no onhye ne den no onsa ne yade because I can feel the pain that he's going through. Ne wi ase ye se anka wo dan a wo se ekwan no etsene hwe ye dwuma ye yade yankwato chacha at any point elections here course yi go and check. And some trophobia ya buo mo prepra yanti wo masem wo dadem demonstration bi koso journalists be kwase do akopra enti ye adwuma na ye no at any point in time no we are at risk bibia betimi ato ye at every point in time o ya mo hwa wo so bi ye bibia wontimi appreciate na memmu na bam men can't some ebema nipa na ba mabu enra me monitor social media enya me course nyina on say me catch us say me pen for personal issues discussing. And that's the reason why most of the times I have issue with the entertainment pundits now. Omutimi kwafo obi aware asem kwoti na TV so na nipa no agya ware and nipa no ne kura say enti dian omo ware no omo frɛ wo se wo ko bia no ya wasem omo kwahye dem anya wasem omo no omo do omo hu no omo do omo brabo se say ye wo interest won kwafo brabom dan yan kasa ya brabom puntuo enti ye nkoye nim da time Ghana ni de betra se na wama na dwene aye adwuma say me pese me establish business way den na meye ma me nya research e bia business am pese me ye me kwa ha me consult we ya me komani hwa abrofo ni time na ye de tena social media so edidi ya watam de ya no wura nkofo issues mu no any obetira so be kwa na computer no watutu no si animu no ohwe so obetime develop something new or develop we ani de agimi akoto ni ya mo musika ni ya de nyansa na ebro so no ni ya de social media kontokwa fun wa samuna esi ye na wonimu na waya wadwen support so wo kabi no watch your back hwe anka wo dan a wo se contractor no na ni gine me di asem na esi ni nyina me pese me kase obi ayam from so baby but life first enkwa eyade ehun hia pa. The last time I shared Lady B was social media and I was so disappointed. Abono for the anki enti sa o. Asame me de ma no tum because I say ya painting picture bia ma abono for. Na yenya so ne ya painting sa picture because ya bra panyin asem ne ba ye no ya handle asem ne ye. Obi akoye adwuma to promote culture, to promote region no wakopra. Woni bibi ma wase ya yensa nya ammo ne kro no. I was almost a point in a bra Kofi woman no frustration wom pain wom stress wom a ka wom enti se mpo ne side ho ne pa bia ka asem ne yesusu se asem no wan kan yi a enye de ye no na be solve issue no. The man is in pain. Bra Kofi is in pain. Na na busuafo ene nim tibia owom ne yiri titiru no ne da sore no ene nim pain ene yawa wo mo come every single night ya tinchen we can just pray for him but we don't feel the pain na ye nia bretu ye nia sibrai so ena ekwanya ode do ma hene approach no na den eh mukasa o Ghana for mukasa o asamba eya munya botire o munya botre asem dia me say na meka bi because aye yie enti enra situation ye wo bra Kofi wom na nya yare ho enya ye mobo. People have the guts to come and sit on social media and spew trash. Nipa na wadi di atam no so kwa only one kobo a wade ko support bra no. But wanya hu gina social media come samfo because wanya data 5 cities. Wanya data 10 cities. Wow, samfo bi say kwa na was aka data ye ma de boy den. Na ka wo struggle now to be to data obi de be nya asade. Wo mfa nyina ho didi wo yonko atem. Na ya nkase ya brofo ye nua buru ni asem wato no a ye mu achemienu and ye ya de no tribal. What is wrong with us? Enti yamfa bra Kofi nkwa ho meboa yamfa ne nkwa ho de yane abre ho ne ye bia oni hu nipa bia ka asam yesusu se yane nipa ne nya adwen abonofo momo obi nka yen na ka yen nyina yen kamom na nya yenya ne yebeko ne yentiti ye mu because ya dwen ye yen se obi aka asam yane nipa ne nya adwen enti eche se ye kwa wow that obi ka asam bi kire me se abonofo ye nya wenya ted na me se ade no se no on se ye wa hafo ye wo bono na se kwa de bunu isini wo ya ba be ka ho enti ase ye nyina ye hu ne se ye abonofo but in Kabomini, it's like Obia Jaya and so belong to a certain faction beer, and you're part of Obi faction. But she and quite a bacope. Sebra Kofi, why you be born in pa was save you being quapping. So why you be born in pa? Or then a platform abuanipa aya bi so de sia ba se nkrofo na yo mo ba ha ya mo platform de kasa ne pam wa mo no ya ne ya jo mo wan sidi mpa na ya na bisa se airtime no kwase ya kasa nki ye ton a aya bisa me ye auto pass se airtime now auto ne boy ya he o de sia ba Kofi asuma betina so no obi aba be ka ne problem a kire no ebia na dua ne se ne capacity na wo e wo sika mu no onya ne nyina ma no but you obetimi aya aboa ne se ma me fa me platform yi ebia na Ghana fo bia nya me be ka wo makoma e be boa no. Kofi Adomah has done a lot. Monsusun crucify no eno mi su ye na me bisa me ho se ewiase be kra ne na mu ya asamu to wa nipa wadwen ya wo se nkobe boa no sa nipa no kwa no authority ya wo. Kofi Adomah is not asking for too much. Some abaye adwuma ma enti obi peso aka kire yen se enra bra na metie wa wo so wo kasa madoma hene no sraw anopen sraw pa bia na nya doma hene ne tiri mu pode wo beken ma me ka bono nkirew bia ne na doma hene ne tiri mu pa wa ne tiri mu fabra Kofi Adomah ho no nya no wo bekan no ntu sraw sa asamba ne wo ka bia ne wo ahwa wo kasa yie because ebia na asama wo beka ne betimi de minaso paba to the sense of beka chen say angel e charge 30,000 mutuaye Kofi Adomah e charge 15,000 Maghreb e charge 10,000 na mutuaye. So you want to tell me say that 30,000 and the 15,000 is more important than the life of Kofi Adomah Wangwani? Is that what you are trying to tell me? Intina me say ebia na nya na Adomah hene tiri mu po e na wo beka ye no enti memfa na nkoto asem mu eto da bia ya na enkofo per trend enti ebia na obata na ho kakra ma me ko kan asem bi one eno akasa ya na enkofo say spokesperson for Adomah hene was it the replies Kofi Adomah and the family tie de na Adomah hene tag. There are so many issues that was somewhere me no mienu yenim eti yensusu se ye de ya no wrawra mu na se ye wade papa bia ye be ya ye mompa ye ma Kofi Adomah say nyame be hu ne mobo hwa. It's not easy say ye nam a ye kobai na all of a sudden wo koye adwuma na fei wan lusu wo ba bia wani so eno anede wo koba omo ayede wo mo na na se wo mo fa ne nkurabrem no enye easy for them, let alone obi a ne wo din a wo nante koba wo ye na djuma na all of a sudden wa kosa situation yi mu a mo in fact Ghana ho enura mi hu say odihye susu sacrifice manipa o years. So sacrifice manipa because I want Ghana for your bonia ye. Ghana for ninkaye. So we want some bar and I will want time for. We want some bar now so we cost utibia more and I want more down and one more now one more pretending. I'm on screen, that's why I'm trying to manage my emotions this morning. Yesterday I cried. And I'm beside me who say, hey, into me pa oba pa ya titi said ya me gina ya. Me ankasa kra no. We nyame ya me nante kwabei. Odehye anya easy wo. Now all of a sudden, just a second, within a second, because some na two bra Kofi no, within a second. I'm messing up the whole the life, the plans, na bra, but I'm messing everything up. Bisa wona wani abre na wode wano asi asem no ma wo kabi na wo di atam to mu nchene no wan kasa yo ni padua yo hwase na wo gina wo na bisa won say asem to wa wan na oboafo. Ask yourself that question before what jampesa wo ka obi asem. Sha bra Kofi enye se o pesika o attention keke ke many of this year where adwuma mu hey na ebia me ho mfa me o me ni nyina na te set isu ye adwuma 1 week ma adwuma na so this year ntimi afafo amfra me say oh yeah na dan fiti na no nyina wo ma adwuma adan bibia bokọ de na bia me kasa me ho mfa me so this year anya saa me wadwen foforo amadwuna fa ne ho me mpasika mfiri ne ho ba wo saa de aketoa no Ema minya jefufro bebre de fa ne ho say eh na de nipa no or pretend it me ana. You see, so Kofi is not asking for too much. Kofi is not asking for too much. Ye measure adwuma Kofi aye wo Ghana. Eni kwan kra senka semwe Kofi ba bonte be kasa da. Ba Ghana for ye boni aye. Ghana for ninka ye. Ghana ni nim say ene wa boana to aduanam na di ma ho asem mra onu kwa no beji agina because na dwen ya ne sete sabi me no ode hye wa hai ode hye ho asem ba ya na ma ji agina na meka obia beji adi because me ben no subane ne yede te wa Ghana enti ye no obi nante na se nipa ne ho asem ba ye ne agina mu kase because ya dwen ya yen say ye kan krofo beji adi because ye ben nipa no momie hwe abrabo yi o. And a politics na wo ho ye beka ho asem but abrabo na ye bo wo Ghana ha ne said ye say Ghana ye etimi develop otan yankasama ni nua na wa pretend until say asem besi eti na ba so e say no mo ye na fofo pa o no mo ko omoko no nipa ni dim fere wagimi nti no no de phone esinanim no ye live and I okra na no say ye kwa ha and na wonya na aka asem akire me and anya na ni we kwaye we enya no mo ya sade na wonya frim revealing somebody's secret no ne waka no wo ya sa mo keka wi agu social media no so na eya amadua me say magu nipa ni ba se no wan ka sa kwatire fia wonim say we jimi na wagimi no wagimi papa munya jimi no na ko foso ko fiase me mo ka nkurasefo. We are not thinking about the man's health. Sabe wan ko ba ko wi o eye adwuma no koye ye na nipa so na frɛ no ma ne koye adwuma no madam se na nanom a omo wa asɛm no mu no omo ya abono fo me so me ya bono ni enti e ho side no me pese na nanom akasa tena se no mu hu se eniema be kwaso na nkoyi a let's right the wrongs. Nambom anope de me we interest wom eye mo amaso camera si mo ho so amudi Kofi atem adane asem no tribalism. Hey na be na bra Kofi nka se ono aka ne ta ne yonkwa brofo yinama na ka ne papa mu asem we ya brofo no kwa na wasi yetiginam Magreham estati go fan me bere me wosela de bia so camera be gina social media awo ya brekuni a memfa sika ni bintu ko ayi go fund ni mu wo ya santini na you see wo ba bia jibidi ye ko tribalism enti no bi wu kura ye pese akofifi nipa ne ani ase ne ara se wo ye nipa ban wo bu abusua ban enton ban na abo hey na so ya wa TV so aye adwuma yi bi so de hye obi aba ha ye misa ne so free hiom ni aso microphone ama no ka o hawo ni ya kwa be fa so be boa wo omo what means Jama na Afrimo Obi nwa samba ya mu nsusu nka na ye yie abonofo mama wenye de atwa to na ye yagu ye ho ani mase enye ye yagu ye ho ani mase enye eno akata free presidency eba ye kire se COP George Akufu Dampare yasesa no ama eye COP yohunu ena ene ye beso ene in ewo Jubilee House said new IGP pesa me kan semba akopɛ Montreal Richard Kumado mamina ye ntoaso na afa ye mfa course adana na nura na police fo nani agesa. This is the second time I make us asem we and no be said the videos be 3 mame me mbo wo TV no so because police for nanim wom jubilating and I was like wow, so Dampare was that bad. Yes, that is how I assembly chere because Dampare bano the excitement Ghana for the share and the through police for nankasa no e de na sesa ye de na baaye all of a sudden police for nankasa no me Dampare wo ho no omo mpe nanim ahwe omo mpe nasem ni leadership style no e kire se ankoye enyama bi wo wa handle ni ye enra eye me nwanwa na me gieniama bi di. The first time I baby say and me throw to my Facebook wall say is Dampare that bad? And Kofi can comment bebre people comment ye throw niama wo munim obi catch me say ya ben police for na me say nyon na be ka say me police for me police for na nkasa boy me na fofo me feel omo me do baby na me hwe na me ho oda me timi che omuska because omo dwuma na omo ye na eden but some police for ankasa wo mu heli Dampare and then one man can say crucify him. Then Dampare should go and sit quietly. Watch how our be IGP in leadership style our de paye. No one will say baby crona or ko biemuno. Or the style na ko we be buana. Because the police ni bia be to ni bury awon ni be ka say bia. Our problem with Dampare. Omo pen leadership style. And Kofi say eye hwehwanimu oye for Facebook oye for trend oye social media IGP oye camera IGP issues ne problems are ewo police mu no ye ka bi kire wa obebie wanum. The last time na police officer ba ko ka che me say ya moda moti abonten na se ye ka ye hawa ya madwen say ye ne ye ntimi nkɔ strike ye ntimi nkɔ demonstration eti ye ka ye problem a ya mo feel problem no. I was sad for a security officer obo me ho ban no security officer dey happy ono amunya secured promotion ho ntokwa itase bebre obo ne Dampare akoho a na wa centralize communication e won the office enti bibia ni Dampare person ohu asem no mu won enti enyema bebre akoso enyema bebre akoso. But the question I'm still asking this morning and they say, was Dampare that bad? Because my young kind so say COP yohunu a oba no Dampare e won nkrofo mu di na chi omo penasem and a COP tete yohunu enso won nkrofo a omo so di na chi omo penasem. But I didn't quite say majority of the police officers e bread Dampare. Now let's watch this. Sisi anata tete yohunu aba no. What will happen to nkrofo officers mpanyimfo na na omo ene Dampare ya adwen? Obey den watimi a collaborate with them. Aye adwuma ni ye. It will take COP tete yohunu to use wisdom for sa new role we. Mama Mesa Richard Kumado Ebetemenka or your security experts. Ono de amene na de IGP hu nkomo sa. Richard, good morning.
Andia.
Bako de.
But I know how it's over. Fire need day inside too much. Yango.
Richard, when I say no person watch me with time ne kakra. IGP dampare me no wadi ne hu nkomo sa. Enra, it's like enkwafo si nsuo no kra toy ne ye showers of blessings. Na me see kasa de enkwafo kasa bi. Baby a yadri ya dampare ye yi na free way. What next? COP tete ye hu no.
Oh, sure. Before say you be far down for as an IGP. Now your name came up predominantly. And an NPP far down parry over your honor.
Yeah.
And it's because of your political appointment in Inti, when to make can say your birth right.
Yeah.
And so that is number one, what people must know.
Okay.
Almost ranking as a COP there, nobody can take it away from them. They are all COPs. And
Okay.
it's in terms of police, they've reached the highest level.
Okay.
But about IGP there, the honor done you by a politician or a president.
Okay.
Now constitution in the man who can say the president who will appoint an IGP. And yeah, Supreme Court I'm up for call and trigger the speed at which Dampare was pushed aside and your honor will be sworn in today. So almost 20 in the government more advantage against the case at the Supreme Court because one, the prerogative of the president. Number two, any discretion. Number three, or none of deciding who has all the national security institutions.
Yeah.
And number four, he has been sworn in as a substantial IGP, so you can't remove him from there. Those would be some of the arguments from the Attorney General. But then again, because Dampare is just about when and how it's going to happen. And then the Dampare Kofi. And she is a misreaction because a man for more follow Dampare for some time. So now Dampare Babano, now your police for Nigia no Mukofani buyer.
Yeah.
And the same Nigia na Dampare buyer, the security leadership style, very answerable to the public. But then again, there were other cardinal sins of Dampare.
Okay.
What are some of the cardinal sins of Dampare? Transfers, looking back, I don't think it was good. Then promotions. Now, my office why you are more tribalism and bias, almost the court. But before Dampare, some maybe war police. You're promoting quick to the highest level of COP because now my office about the DITT before almost 12 Dampare buyer. So it is common with the police hierarchy. The other ones here, anti-robbery department and intelligence police department, and in the payroll of the police. Amapoka once said those departments were reporting directly to the Dampare, and and some accusations and many of those things.
Yeah.
And so what did President Mahama do? If President Mahama the reasons for sacking Dampare or dismissing him can be contestable in court. So what did he do? He just activates his right and say Dampare should step aside. And I don't know any right. And see, that is where we are, Miniaba.
Okay. Court and asam now kind number say me bisa on wasem did say. Sandia na a trigger Dampare a quantum no who yampo because we know the constitution and society and the president have every right. So
I don't know what came into mind before Muyano. You see, everybody is trying to advise the president. You were in this country 8 years. Were you able to advise any president?
Exactly the point.
You were in this country 8 years. When did you find your voice? When some of us were of the view say Dampare leadership was good, it was helping the people. Apart from journalists for money in a fight, he said he doesn't allow any other police people to speak apart from head office.
Yeah.
And I don't know a fight between the journalists and Dampare. And no, his senior brother and junior sister fight. China. No money na Bosso said Dampare I didn't know yes, then he was slain. But hey, you were in this country. You were not speaking for anything or against anything. I don't know where they became voice because NDC is in power. Everybody is trying to advise the president and do all manner of nonsense things. And no, and of course, trigger their way. Because one himself, the Ecopa democracy way to buy America style now, you used to have.
Yeah.
And then Attorney General call you, man, call court. Because Attorney General is a national security institution.
Sure.
Then a Bank of Ghana guy no call your man call court because a new 2 years national security. GRA, GRA guy no say national security. Minister for Communication, a national security institution. And they triggered this thing that facilitated already people wanted Dampare to go. And I don't know what came up for them, seriously.
All right, so and I see what Peter say, you know, yeah, best swearing in. Oral reactions are policy for Edia Bar. I think say Obia and your surprise. Then there was a CEO Peter say, you know, oh yeah, Sanya Baya, ya ne what policy for them, you know, and ni general Mudia Shiano, no, enquire Dampare Denibi.
Okay, but taking some time. One, some of the people Dampare transfer out of the Accra.
Yeah.
He will need to bring them back as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Because my uncle Yohonu Onyekasra, so he needs those young men for the police operations. And the leadership, frontline leadership here, almost the same as Dampare, he will need to create a new ambience for himself. In the case of Dampare, because he has years ahead of him, he will either be reposted or reassigned, or he will take an early retirement. Any personal decision to take.
Okay.
But in the case of Yohonu, he has done this job for many years, and to me, say but Oman about 2-3 months in office when he takes over fully, then you can assess him whether he's on the right track or he needs to do something extra.
Okay, all right. Richard, Mamma was no pay.
Thank you.
What time? What the Amame? Oh, Kofi, why you late? Eti Richard Kumado ena yenina kwa kodi enkomo no we security experts enra asama na me kan say Imani Africa any Professor Enin you obi am respecting the power but minim ne kan na wode ne ho akofore Imani Africa dey because yenim say Imani for they been divided into two fa eye NDC and fa eye MPP Kofi Benson ne nkrofo ye MPP for and a strategy and omode te ho e say me no ode hye ye adwuma ni aka yeti apam ho ode hye wo de hyeda kasa wo NDC hyeda wo kwa MPP eye agenda no mo ye ho but enra eyama bufu say omutiminya sa audacity no say wo mo court to challenge the president to say ma on sisa Dampare. Hey, now answer President Mahama any bia any person mo edison sa as a minister President Mahama do because I say obi free baby or person can adwen meanwhile Akufo-Addo atina konwa so 8 years mutu ne fo a wose wontie nti mu gya na foto na mo de SMS text message Professor Mate ache no so the text message e de di nkomo yane na tena 8 years obi antu ne for the open wo ye IGP enti e de ani sasam no se President Mahama nko time de enkrofo bi anya voice a wo mo so wo mo court
o man na wa be inherit no yes ye digawa ne de asoa ti waba no enye complaints enye lamentation ba ne me hwehwe ne se o man ne de ahye ne nsa no o man ye hu state
o man ne wom
no man no ewum
okay
ye di share ne nsa na fi ono so anamontu a otu the way forward ne ewo ni timu a anatimo Paul wo ne mpanyimfo se omde o man no bekwa akosi as if say na minim and your man never won krata mo yediba and exactly what I said is what happened on that fateful day o man panyin ba ye no o da Ghana fo nyina ase say anya gidi woni mu say yes and the Ghana hye ne nsa na ba bia o man no ya pimpim akudru no o de nim de ne nyansa nyankopon de adom no e de aba beboa man no minus quantum so so buy as I said o ma yehu economy na wa be inherit o man na wa be inherit the state of the nation
okay
near yewra na Akufo-Addo ne na ban baby o mo pimpim o man no e de kodru ye e ho sikasem akuntabuo o ma yehu ye afi ogina so edi nkranhye e ma Ghana for say achia emui yesi edesi abebu nyina ono so aba ewum se obae no na e wa beto no enye but obese o kanhye Ghana for anyunyam se obeka ntrimu na wodi nioma gugu akwan mu se ne be ya oman no be ba no ntuma pa afra and he did exactly so. Say owie so na ewie ni eye so na debate wo chamber na ye nuanum say obeye lamentation and pen for say aboasrewa ahunu bi penti na oji ne bagra na wayi na no
waye na ni ato nchen
me no ti o man we mu in the year 2016 na ye nyina nim se ba anyina mahoden a eye meka se generational problem na existia efiti colonial regime eba bisi yewra mahama penso se dumso na enye se obi penso no obi be criticize a problem no eto ho da bia meka ye papa kufo eti akonwa so akoso mo ewe endisa
me dia sofo ko gina
ye dia sofo ekoye se ye nkobọ mpa ye se ne be anyankopon ebe man su ato na dam na yema na level a esese yenya ansan ya timia generate capacity na yepe no abam as at that time na ene na ye meya esese oteki se bio apart from Paibono, yes, you also one or one. And campaign for no could have even looked elsewhere for solutions. But Oman 200 among Eja Yura Mills, Eba Ben Herity, or ye enough family dear, and a Yura Mahama, ever too so. But it do Yura Mahama pens now, quite say, or no mumna, or problem, or dear ba.
Ghana dear. Now
for ye dear Shenikon. Ofaha Mahama dumso Mahama say na ya kweni enchia yesi ye ma Mahama o ne agisi ya dumso ye ma dumso ya Mahama emma ebi di Ghana for team Ghana for bebre na didn't even know the source of the problem. But sometimes if you don't tell your story, somebody will tell a story for you. And rana mi tie menu ya Kofi Adomah na omo interview na okase oman we mu say ye pedal and falsehood for a very long time na wa ye kan ho asem no ana ye kan gu so no wa meka bi anyi wa no a ebe wi no na ne padodo na agiatum say e ntro. And this is what they did to Yewra Mahama, because baby ne pensu na odi oman no ennam. I believe say comparatively udi tutu Nana Akufo-Addo amamu obebu ye for 8 years. Yewra Mahama was on the right path. He was on the right track. Your investments are omoye nyina. Those capital intensive projects omoye harbor expansion, terminal trinum and some other investments omoye. And then Omaino, we are still enjoying those benefits. He was thinking outside the box. But because of just a particular problem, no, ye demonize ma manipa who say be ye dine hia eye ni eto aba editia no. And before buy you ni omo be ye. Ene omo ko no. We know the challenges are omo kriti edi ato ho. On the 7th, omo hand over power adechi 8th. Na ya start enya energy challenges crisis. Your friend, the immediate past minister, no, or catch them say, they have handed over the country to a new government. They should fix the problem. And the situation be na ujaya, and the udi akuframu ubi a day after. Na fi problems ba. Na ye bisawa usi ye diagia unti solve. You see their mentality. And these same people, one manipa who adia ubefa ye now yes ye dia one ye dia swao and and they will just come back as they did earlier. No much do near dia swao. One we have 2 now be drew her 1 2 now ko mo ede abu. So we learn from history. And I was very happy the way he came, diagnosed the system, laid the problems bare for everybody to see say this is what he has inherited, no? And then with this, he need the support of Ghanaians, he need the patience of Ghanaians, he need the tolerance of Ghanaians going forward to solve the problem and bring the nation back on its right foot. And he did perfectly that. Share a car at that cocoa board. Share a car at that ECG. Or mine and Kasa, share car yabo atuho. Share road sector, a car yabo atuho. Contrast binum wo hokra as we are speaking. Yenye formal agreement biya, yenye formal contractual agreement biya. Nanso ni akobeti contractors. So mon koye adwuma. Sanse we ye kan, obeka say oh, eyentro no mu. Me I'm a witness to this. Sa contract ya yama yenni formalization bia na yen sheda nye contractual agreement bia with the contractors no. Nonsense obetia. Prior to elections, omoko kati sword. Brekum sampa kwan. Do you remember?
Mekai.
Emo mo ye fanfare kese pa wo gine.
Mekai say no kwa mo kofa ahwampo. Sase aka na ko gine mu.
There be omo frɛ MPs na wo that enclave no.
Enclave na omo frɛ.
Na omo frɛ DCs ni nyina frɛ candidates ni nyina de omo ko gu ho.
Propaganda.
Yeah, MPs na opposition ni am frɛ ye. Ye te ye, but no anim say a genuine contractor.
Yeah.
Aban no award e ma ye kɔ ho because me politics are me no. I'm after development. Say my buying a wo nya my buying a wo. Say nia aban ni be ye no e ya de adi mfasodie e be bre me ni me manfo. What is my problem?
Yeah.
You are the representative of the people.
Sure.
Una oyo mo mouthpiece. To make sure say omo concerns any omo welfares are well catered for. So if you are a representative, nanya mincha there, there's a particular problem. Why can one sema na and now it is a solution ba. I don't think na unglorify.
Yeah.
Because a yanyen na ochina at the home.
Sure.
So we went, me colleague no what ja myself. Many okufu that and now yes you for GISDEC. Someone me say I'm an appointment.
Hey, that be an you.
Oh, ja myself MP.
Oh.
Okufu o ya ma no.
Ene se o sem kochiam.
Opa, ese uko.
O sem kochiam.
Ese kochiam. Nti ye kotena mu. Ye ko ekra acknowledgement say ye acknowledge and say MPs are ye on the stretch no. Ya fi ye tena mu a mo ye ceremony no ewie ye. Omo ye program no wie ye no. I think that was in April.
Okay.
May, June, July, August, somewhere September. Election no mu be no ansana contractor no
Eba
site obaye within some month 1 month no ultimate tutu kwan no so a kodu drobo.
Okay.
Any the election ye election na and no jump free drobo ekosha ase wo sampa na wo tutu quota dada no eba because quota no we have an existing duty e wo kwan no so atutu eba sa e risky kura sin say kwan no eda ho pan a bibia na so because car no bom gban quota area atutu
de so fair ya
utira nye ye kura akotwa time so o sha ase tutu bia utum say waye adwuma pa wo kwan no so nti Xmas ena oja adwuma no eto ho besi ne
hwen course
bio nti na no me colleague wo Brekum West me nua kwa branch Stuttgart.
Okay.
Oya ye na sis ya so affected because your other colleague no belong to the other side.
Okay.
Ti ye say kwan bia so say budget team ye capture ye kwan no.
Okay.
So amam kura at least a provision should be made behind the scene say ne be ya contractor no. Ebe so ye call in chain e ko bisa no. An exact problem ama
on my side.
Waje adwuma. E ho na o ka kire say and I will thank him because he will not open up.
Okay.
Only a businessman. To businessman be there or per adwuma ya maximize the profit. Nti ya approach ni say onko kwan no so no. Ojo mo ka say some documentations bibia ansana. Obeko. That is why I'm fanfare no. It took him 3 months before he even went there. Ni nyina na documentation is say omo ye no. But they assured him say onko start adwuma no. Na omo wia while he's working no omo ne no be go into agreement now must sign krata kama indicate say yeah the project no. Aman. I know yetu abani we ya e ka omo some few days on be handing over no. Afi na no omo ahya ase a omo pese omo formalize contract. Just to put a burden on the new government. So near Yura to forcing Eka say apart from acquire contractors akoso near ma contract I name say we there a contracts ayama ya payments there are outstanding payments as I say there are other commitments omo ya enokura de e man kreta mu a committee road ministry no and also edaho and he says I will share a car edawa
hey la
eno nko a ebro 100 billion Ghana cedis road sector no nko a yes ni omamoma ya tue bia ka bi wa ya raise certificate ya ona ya ne hu nkro ne ba edawo ene ya 67 billion
na se ekwa no so yenye
68 billion so year of roads ye nimbe bia akwan no wo ya de che nti so na no I believe say ama Ghana fo ahu ama mu a yewura akufo ado ne na ban ebebu ye ene ni a yewura mahama aben inherit and this is the main reason say Ghana for enya abutre ema yewura mahama no so ni hihye ya owo no odi abegu akwan mu sei ne be ya amra donko na MPP for di akwa akotum no ye be free sa amra donko no na no yewura to forcing e di budget no e ba beto ye wo say ye beto aba amanyofo eye promises bebre but say nkunimdie ba wi a na promises ne bia ye no na afa amanyofo ahya ase edwane efiri saa nyoma na ma enati mamufo arehemu na omo wo wa amanyofo mu no saa arehemu na eden efiri ho but yewura mahama any finance minister any economic team anamo omo ahya ase a omo tu no asam matimamufo gidi ewo amanyofo mu no eyeden ebaba ye campaign there were some major promises yewura mahama ka say nyame ya adom na oba obeba abeye none of these promises obubo so no anyway eba budget no mu a wa moso bibia safisi ene taxes ye friend nuisance taxes di or how ni ahonkyere ebebre Ghana for no or promises says oba obe make sure say sa promises no obe ona levy just you hear free kikabika hu bi mo betting tax sanitation tax emission levy
COVID no also on the IMF betting
on renegotiate. So you see, this is a leader. Me teacher be no a software or secondary school. Or catch say a promise is a promise. A promise is a promise. Once made, it must be fulfilled.
Yeah.
And if you're a leader, now promise you followers. Now one is what. Emma omo confidence ni trust omunya wo mu no eyede ekofo I say oni akula afu odi ni oma so ano waka chenso ye duru bia ya se a ye begina ma waji wa home kakra na mo duru wa twi wani wa mfi akula no kwa na woko osungu ni mu na mo kodu fia ade chimbium na mo san ba na aka kira akula ne say ye duru bia ya se a mama wa hu make kakra ansa wato aso office o kan akra na obedi
David what the kind be I
dada and says as a trajectory no Yewura Mahama wa be close Ghana for nyina aka se budget ya bai edana kwa mu and that's wo gum ebema ho kira na adokuru Ghana for afri ho apart from taxes now say or abolition there are other promises educational sector any other sectors say employment 24-hour economy job creation ni hun kro ne ba say these are promises Yewura Mahama ebo mwa campaign breno and truly budget ne ba no we see a reflection of all these things now say we a leader you need to be focused adia ba ko manage ho pa any free SHS Yewura Mahama
review mean cancellation
and I say e bon no be I don't know review na yes you cancellation amanyo semunti na hu obi animdifo pa wasua nwoma na still amanyo semunti no ordinary onyam ne nim de atwitwi form na ye kan review ono ankasa nim say ye kan review ye hwe ade num foforo se esese nsakra ye ba baabi ya sakra ana se esese ye hye baabi kina ya hyem kina no ye se asikire ne se ye twam and these were deliberate yes they knew but just because of political expediency say ne be ya omo be chinchim Ghana fo awenti no na omo si Yewura Mahama si oba be review ni che say cancellation obetwam and ye momo hu say ye ti amamu ase free SHS baby aye ni MPP for ye di party on free SHS enye concept no ena ye ni omo na ye nya adwene ye nyina is even a constitutional imperative say at a point in time education in this country should be free, especially the basic and then the second cycle, and we should do it free for everybody and it should be compulsory but in so doing it should be systematic. And this is where we differed.
Okay.
Amusio, Debbie, ye baba ye ni nyina preko.
Preko ye ni sisi ya.
Ye ni sisi ya. Independence now.
Okay.
And that is where we differed with them. And baby ani ye free ye ba no omo enim ni ayeka. Ye ka kire omo say ade na say ye ni nkakra because year in year out nkula a free basic omo ba second cycle no every year number no
ebi be ka ho
increase and the number no increase no facilities e wo ho no what are you doing about the facilities existing schools no it's saying because more numbers as I say we expand the infrastructure so that numbers na ba no ubetimi accommodate uwie infrastructure na bibia ni ho biom a afei there are certain things ubetimi rolling in kakra ye kan na omo say omo ntiase ya ye bibia free why bibia free enkura 100 na system no etimi fa afei 150 beka 100 no ana 100 beka na ye 200 na additional 100 no omo ba he na omo beda and you be there say o ka kire o say we create infrastructure no so you should have put these things down now for we are other aspects and this is what brought the idea of the day schools.
Okay.
Say you see day schools uche free SHS component boarding aspect no ehona na kano wo boarding ne de boarding no and there be omoka say free SHS and start Yewura Mahama pencil and that is not true. I was a classroom teacher in 2015 say wa unim na me she papa say ewo ho say yes say Chima your father was a headmaster for Nafana Senior High 2015 he was at post your friend in Misane say 2015 no students tuition no mutua. Students were not paying tuition. The only thing they were paying were PTA dues.
Okay.
Tuition, any sports, ne hunkro ne ba nyina government na wa absorb. And the payment ya na air cost school mu no PTA dues our parents na nkasa. Akiko mu ho abom se ya ye ma ne wo ha. Ye bibi di aboa aban ye bibi aso aban sim ama ankola na sitena mu akojuju ewo amomatimi asua de abeye mpanyimpa daache no. That was what they were, and nobody compelled parents to pay. Omo na betena se kiko motibo oh ye hwe problem we wo school mu aban kwantumi nye pese so aban asenti ye nyina obi anyise no mo agi atu na afi omo tuya
ntia no kwa na nya specific amount
na nya specific depending on what the parents
want to do. And even government no more ceiling say they can charge beyond a certain threshold. Nti apart from no payment fufra na ekoso eye enkola na ewo boarding no omo feeding. Nti we border you are not paying tuition fee. We day student you are not paying tuition fee. If the day student onti boarding house no virtually no ontua hwe apart from PTA dues obetua. And this is what was happening in the system. And you want say obi tua fee na you obi a say be your paper no see o me de me ba e boarding. Look at free SHS you implement ye. Yeah.
Obi oho ne ba betimi atra ne nchen o fie akọ school mu. But then I'm say ya now so say system ni free. Inti akola ne betimi atra fie kura compulsory say so di akola ne de. Eco boarding because aban say obema na aduane adi obema ne ba bi ada obesi ene adi burden ni nyina ekogu aban. So and this is why we were discouraging so that burden boarding aspect ne cost no ebe minimize it. Because you see model day schools uko sakmo no haya ebisi wo na wo hwe dan no ashama na wo haso your friend is do me kwa benya ebisi wo atomic wo ebisi wo wo hwe dan se ne esi wa ne esi akola akotena sa dan we mu asuade a ebe den na akola no ohu ade you see so otifia just a stone throw obetimi anante akwaba enti awufo na uni sika obeba betua boarding fee no akola no otifia eden obedidi nti okọ na oba wabedidi na okọ na oba enu bema u parent no ko mu ahihan enti we nti ne ye say ye spread 200 day schools across the country say ne be ya ebe reduce pressure on the boarding schools no na omo ye willing say omoma ebetimi atena boarding no maye no mo so omo ntumi for omoma ne nko boarding ne enkola na atena fi ade akọ school
na no ai free
we ne kan ya omo se omo ntia se oh ye de populist identity ye be ye ni nyina
futufra
afi mu futufra ya aduane amobe ma nkola no aduane mma baby ankola ne beda emma baby ankola no so eni hwedan ne fe
o say World Bank na this cover na say madam
na World Bank na this cover ya World Bank fast can be my ya ebi mu ni ye
na say World Bank na mu be ya no so almost sre do no mu si yi blog
and me say World Bank kra na this cover ne ba nyina na this hye ne nsa otumedi ye bi ema ne manfo onya so fa so IMF eba ebela sika o mu agigi nyina de na o mu de aye they have nothing to show. And the MPP for Omoba or Uncle Busian Wamanoni. And then on this Abusian.
Oh, much baby.
And so will be the Sika Bakrana and Pa Yedis Sikana BB as a fata. Once any panel at me again, I did not cry at this Sikana some name and for no. Why bonnet?
Never that.
You are your war situations are donor organizations, donor countries, MI Sika, Neoma say this Asikane Yeno. Yan fine. And every SOEs, yeah, state owned companies a war my mo. Now we list your more. Afi morning na about 2 or 3 of them and at me I make it flop. In Kaya na aboka. You see it. Inti NDC, yeniomo, that was our difference. Yeah, they are no progressive. at a point in time no ye the infrastructure ni nyina gu akwan mu na ye ho hinyanya ada nyoma esese ye roll out no ye betimi an roll e de aka ho na me ba wo laboni haya
okay
ese awo university wo Lagos enti say mawo me ba as a member of parliament na media akula ne ku school me be sa akula ne da boarding na mantimi antua akula ne school fees enti me ba ko free say bio security bi oti baabi ne ba ko free MD bi owo baabi ne ba ko free security a one MD ne ba security ne ba a one MD no ba nyina ko school ba ko no akula bia free
fairness.
And this is Yera Kenofuriata Krakan said to him, he as a keeper of the purse then said
and to us no crabet me to yama ni pattern.
No ni pattern. And in Kayenye say who can pay? Ya tuition no free. Wa want to me ma banko boarding no.
Maninko day school.
Uncle day school. And now, say boarding schools don't be students don't be a day students. Over power hono, a binum at school more, a binum support no ma. And your mandatory say Aplano or Koda boarding. But ye a castle free SHS, ye bibia compulsory tino. Parents no cry na omunye willing say or didn't babeko boarding no force as I saw didn't backo because aban say obema nkola na aduane obeto bibia momu obeyesi ewie no because of challenges na heads of institutions no firm no have a rippling effect na doso udi akola na ku school mu edioma ye begi praye sikan aso edien mop parazole insecticide edien painting nyina
say sika ne ma enti kwan bi ebetimi afa so ebetimi enya ne ma bi to replace it
enti no say who create impression no say system no free na me a me ba wo ho no me ko school mu ho me wo cabin ma me bo na me bo wie by the end of the day na wo be ka kire me say system ni free will I believe it? And we kept telling them say they shouldn't live in a full paradise. Momu nada omuhu say all is well. Because akola o ne maame ekotua eka e wa akola ne ho e wo school mo no. Ono ati say system no free. Na mom free na chi no oguso a otua sika. Na say eka say bibi ye free a. Free kura ni twi ye den.
Free dey say ya dey ama okwa. Ye dey achew kwa. Na dey dey achew kwa etua sika. There be.
Na de bia ye timfidie su ye man kula ko school free. Ye man kula ko school free. Me wa semester no be end no. Na me matumi aboka wa kula no ho close to bia 5,000. Nti ka chem say e free a. Me ge di.
Enye free.
And amanfo no mo bobra underground enye hwe ebre nu dura yenim ni ayebeye ebre nu dura yenim ni ayebeye enti me MPP for lose or mo lose ye no I was not surprised and say we be lose aba sa na tie
science and sciences no
say we da ho so ne ye de ekoyie nti free SHS na Yura Mahama esi obepe dedicated source of funding. Ni anwu say free SHS no na ko homa sika ha ne free ye yi sika o ha na e di akobo ho bra. Enti get fund omde kosi awowa no ye gi na sa awowa busia ne ekobo ye no ehu esi hu no ne tua ebetua na aban ne tua na fe ye frɛ bibi capping.
Wa on cape no
on cape na scanner beba ni nyina no akọ ministry ho na ministry no anya bi e dey afande free SHS no
be am looking for the reform
beba reform no say any ye ka say our policies are all tailored for the people and then it is a bottom up approach and this is why I'm happy say we share budget na e ba ye na nipa na ye rule one no ye govern one no nia omo pese ye di oman no direction omo pese ye di oman ne ko no ena omanpanyin ne mpanfo ye den enam so a ye di oman no eko
okay
enti saa free SHS minim say reform no ebeba enche mpanfo no omo ne nam a eto adwen no they will come with their plans and then what Ghanaians want us to do and we'll do that and I believe say your system no ebe fan into my prefer because empanyimfo na ye yi omo da dialogue na no eye empanyimfo a omo akwadare ngomasua mo pa ye papa Odro professor na wo UCC distant learning a dean for that program no and I know him personally and how knowledgeable he is with some other persons so I believe that by the end of the day no and I think there's one issue MPP for the BR make us say and you say Ghana for esandi omadwen ema MPP for yati this free sanitary pad policy. This policy was supposed to be implemented somewhere in 2015 alongside with the free SHS policy. So by then yeah mami vice president non the minister for Ostati no wanya support no what is say NPP for no mo nam say omo gigi kulama no omasi moja na afi ye de akoye nyankomade and they demonize this nice policy enya saban no esori ya no or yes ade wo yo and him before researchers ababe enhwehwemu ahu say certain part of this country especially the poor areas somewhere like central region, north east, upper west, northern region, savannah and those areas baby wo ho akola no aduane a obedimpo akọ school no a problem na kampese busumi so a natural flow a nyankopon na ahyehye na me na wo ya ho hwe enye yi enye yi nti saa busumi amamre na eba no akola ne ntumi nye ho hwe amakura se ne na ayare o na uyare na ayare enti look at it ye free bibi contact hours say your school no more timetable ne aye anopa mo be call assembly na mo di be 10 minutes bi e wo ho say 30 minutes parade mo free parade na mo break into classes mo be first period second period third na fi mo break for breakfast after breakfast na mo san ba mo 3 periods e wo lessons mo wie no a na ma call lunch mo wie lunch a na ma san ya another 3 periods na fi ma close for the day and roughly no sa periods no be I think 9 hours or so had 3 29 hours be 9 and 8 brony friend no contact hours ebra teacher for no ne nkola no edi empu ana edi ehia and this a day bia 9 hours you were 5 days in a week air school days now they are multiply 5 days no saying you can imagine the number of contact hours say your money a teacher for no enti akola ne bi wo ho a busumi na so no aduane obedi oni ehe na o maame konya sika akoka se okoto pad e de ama no mati se titi na ye maame num na o mu fra bibia amoase meboa ene na flow ni ba ni ehye na ne hwan ne be sha amoase ene ho no crime infections baby enti taakula no be ku school na bia wanya pad ni bia mo no be kwa akose ne ho e wo ho no ebe hia se obetena fie na yesusu ano na yenim ye colleagues ladies e ma no bebre na the first time no ade any to me eboni pusa multi classroom wa na obesore no bia o flow ba onu am kasa mpo hu se bibi
ebi wa we ti ba
mfumu obi also eba na ohu a the whole day obetena fa akusa onko break onko jonso onko baabia obetena fa aku ko sister school fo nyina bepon yapon awi obi a free o ekoro na afi na
ono so
ebe sorry look at the discomforter edima no enti se eto de bi na ehu se ye colleagues no bi ade no afa no unaware na ye mrante no ya sha ase etenetene ye nsa
that time na monti ase
ye nti ase
okay
and this is happening in these regions make enti ya say flow no per me studies amaye e vary ebinum 3 days ebinum 5 days ebinum 7 days
7 days
nti averagely yemfa na say 5 days no 7 days no any 5 days no and 3 days no dey on exceptional cases nti akola or flow 5 or flow 7 days no we start Monday
the whole week no onko
the whole week no onko school multiply number of contact hours ya obelusu by then na in fact for member no
makwajan
enkola ma na mo parents ensem wo bia omo betimi atopad na mankola no na omo mom ti ho esua de na we no enam se oni sika de betopad no not fie. So if the state can come in to assist such children, Kaboni Bay and a womb,
baby.
But we were not so courageous as at that time to implement it. And then upon a second look, no. My own say man be cry non-governmental organizations. Yeah, mami Lordina num they do those things. Lordina Foundation, they do omo di pad ne hu kroniba, no omo di akoche schools ne hu kroniba. And the government no adopted say babe supply sanitary pads to all basic and second cycle students omo menstruating. Okay. And look at it. Apart from relief now, edema students, no, any academic boost now, are you looking at another thing? We are talking about job creation.
Yeah. And
are we supposed to go and import these things?
No. I was saying local
we will get local manufacturers. We will build industries, local industries. And this is where the trade aspect comes.
Okay.
Some will supply raw materials because that is a very competitive idea in a high demand amount for ebe here. We buy create jobs.
Okay.
Industries will spring. Definitely the industries have to recruit or employ people.
Sure.
The people will work and they will earn their living there. And I know once they will be doing this and supplying the government will also create that congenial atmosphere. Give them certain incentives that can let them even run the 24-hour economy that we are talking about.
Okay.
So revenue now, ana sikana nkedi be kwa manone. Akwakoto edi abano. That money will remain here. Sa sikana remain here. Anka dollar na yedi CD ne kwa akosisa yedi CD bebrebe no kwa akosisa dollar ketwa bi akofa ne oma na ba no afisa sika no ebeka ha pressure so enko CD no so bio.
Okay.
And these are practical steps nye we nko some other agri businesses say ne eka no ebeba on stream na yaba beye no mind no ye ho aheha nti ye ka kire bi before say yabai fundamentals no ebe stronger. These are the practical steps
okay.
Ye be teki edia ye se ne ebe ya ye sidi no
ebe nya
ho.
Okay.
Hwe nyoma ye di e wo man we mu pa. Asichire ka ho. And you know sugar nko The import of sugar, the dollar that we spend, almost $2 billion every year. Any they call crash sugar at the back. You know very well, Soko Commander. You were a different factory, Ghana buy, Eddie Ghana Sika, Yapo Busia, Eddie Ghana Sika, Etua Busiana, Yasi factory na isiwo. Minu nyina said the only challenge and it's raw materials are yebe produce.
Yeah.
Edia feed industry. And aka ama industry no. And to me and operationalize. So what do? We are talking about youth unemployment. Youth no any adwumaye. Omudi adwumaye no. We have a factory. I see what air rusty. What prevents us as a nation? Say ye be far outgrowers. Government ya support to with some capital, some startup. Now omatimi akọ into the production of a large scale sugarcane and then supply to the factory. It's not job creation.
Job creation.
And these are the very things we are coming to do. And then we have trade ministry now, fair friend trade and industry.
Yeah.
And then you align any trade, agribusiness, and then industry.
Okay.
And trade aspect no near the agribusiness now for the industrialization no so I then at that. And these are all going to create jobs for the people. And then the government is saying he's going to concentrate on the production, local production of raw materials a year of a higher demand.
Okay.
Yes, ade bia sorry ya na yes ye kwa ade a ye nkra o ye ne ha ye raw material no ewo ha.
Okay.
Apart from it, ye were what we call the steel, the oil, steel, iron, and then aluminium integrated industry no.
Okay.
And no ye betimia process sa raw materials so ne ye dia factories na omo equal into the production of iron rod, steel, and then those things no. Enti aban no edi ne ho hye sa ne o man nyina mo I believe say ebe create jobs.
Okay.
Ama youth no so anya adwuma aye. Emranti wa ne nya adwuma ya. What is the problem? And that's a we show man we mu a ye number one challenge. Adia a threat to your mind we the forward movement of this country the problem of unemployment. The youth. They say the devil finds work for the idle hand. So emranti wa no kwan bia so yura mahama o se odi nyoma egu akwan mu se ne be ya mrantie no nipa e wo man mu a omo ne adwuma ye omo be nya adwuma ye na fe physical discipline.
Okay.
Aban no govern machinery kwan fa so a you spend your mind no sika se me no nyina ate a na ati se o man panyin se ena aban panyinfo bi o mbetu kwan akwa amanoni bia no first class take it watwam so bi tina plane no eto na timfimfi uti animu na obedura mo nyina mo bedru
pepepe
enti ese ye cut down on your expenditure, unnecessary expenditure. Ne nyina ya ide ya kwako me kai me twukwan ko US me bana me nua baabi ye ne na ne eti yabekro no owo Belgium Brussels ena yeshia ewo Belgium enti ye nyina anko full flight but na me nim se me ne no wo the same flight.
Okay.
Enti ebesi terminal 3 ye ko yi luggage no
ana onni se
ana me hu se na me say oh na ati no say na ati first class na meti eche ba say nyina ya be dru pepepe you see
ye nyina ya dru pepepe
enti say the ye ka no menim say President Mahama he has been in the realm of affairs before
and
the experience wanya in the past no guide no
yeah
our new opportunity nyankopon asande amano na near waka nyina no oguso a ode ye adwuma. He started with the lean government.
Yeah,
he promised it. Has it not delivered?
Why na pepe
And I promise now or promise enya easy o say mrashe be afo ti mrashe be na past government eyi be ministers be 80 ni omo be di akirefo a 88 and 80 something na obia wabayamba oso ti ho obi penso odi minister also be a party aba say odi minister no yes you yateso 20 ministries
wanya sam keto asen ko bia so ne be di akire
ko bia ne be di akire
regional ministers obia ne na be di akire
but o man streamline sa anyoma we nyina. So do you think say Yura Mahama etu sa na mo no wanya resistance via from the party?
Oh yeah, obenya.
But it takes a leader, a decisive leader, a courageous leader,
yeah,
to take such moves. That any need nkomo baby na o ka say oba e kra binum yes o me kan kire Ghana for say 60 no kan no regional ministers no mu manye
enka ho na nko de aswebi ebinum susi o omra no mepa Ghana for ache say na onim sa anti no omon fa nche na nka o no brother so mate sa fa nyama ke nkura ka o chamber
enka ho. But o say this is a solemn promise he made to the people of Ghana. And then once that promise has been made, he has to deliver the promise. And by his words, he is doing exactly so. Okay. And he's a leader. And when nama yanya hope, say Ghana, esambe afan into mapa efra. Because when you the first time, o ma panyin bia promise say merani lean government na-eche oba no na say mampanyin kufo e promise bi pen owie no he came to do different thing and then later apologized to Ghanaians say no onya metra akonwa so he didn't know how things were. So Ghanaians should forgive him. And then he took as he wanted. But Yura Mahama amani hu ceiling say 60 says the assistant no kra akafo how the beka ho a
yeah acho
ebebo 60 no
because health in my
ebeba
deputy health in my right
ebeba
and I think interior ba
interior my interior ba deputy aba oklete telabi
oh yeah
that curfew enti no say na ye ka no Yura Mahama menim say audio my Ghana ebesi ye na no credia odima oman no because ya hwe say 23 ministries ministry bia budget ebeko ho ministers no omo allowances
yeah
omo fuo vehicles ombeji staff omo ni ombeye aduma
V8 no and they are entitled to V8 and the saloon car.
But V8 and the saloon car, when you are at the cost of the state.
Yeah.
Now, you can imagine, quantify, and see the savings that the president is doing.
Okay.
On the person.
I know a promise say galamsey wabeshe na watu asie honorable. So far so good. And she said it's the same.
Yo, yeah. I'm say galamsey in sensem no. Issues are AD or mining your pa kese. Be last month na me free constituency eba. Me ba be do anyinam. On baby ufa kwano so ache.
Shed danche.
Anyinam
anyinam wona e kwano wa o.
Baby
ya muso musi agenda 111 bi o se hwan.
Ultra agenda 111 eba baby ye
e kwan bi no.
Overhead bi no.
Oh.
Once a choba bi o.
Awurade a.
Eme bi wo ho. Emenum ho.
Oh.
Na me dru na enkura ne se
komodi
omonti omonpe bibia di. Na me si nti na me to ho ehwe omo. Na emene chi sei. Na excavator minu esi ho me kodru wo less than 10 minutes na wo hwe kwan a ya fa so di excavator no afuntum asase na emme a ewo ho nua ni atu dua baako do we know how many years it takes for a tree to grow to a certain height? It takes years.
Yeah.
You are 15 years, 20 years, 30 years.
Yeah, just a second.
Now you just a second, I destroy that crown. And we are doing it with impunity.
Yeah.
And the saddest thing is that nsase cry yes no. I say chacha any here too. Onimba bia
gold no
wo pa pese nti oye o se asase no ko se a kwa na fi okopie so a oye basenka technology ene wo ho ana betimi ahu se asase ye wo gold e wo ha gold no ni asase ni nyina so a particular area na fi who exploit no
yeah
the exact area na who concentrate aya meji say anka enye bone so kwanya ya faso ya destroy your environment no yeah you see so na ye nim wo school no say they say if the last 3 dies
the last man dies
dia atwa to ni wu a nipa akaso baako akasa asesu ebewu. It means that your very survival is linked to the trees and then the forest vegetation. Say usia bibi ye frɛ bibi photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Ye wo plants no ebe take oxygen, carbon dioxide. Take carbon dioxide na their sunlight aka ho na fe ama oxygen out as a byproduct. Na enuane a ye benya di no dua no e photosynthesize no na banchi a na abo na yakutu adi. So enua no e absorb ye nipa ye fa oxygen ye we metabolism nyina wo your system no ma we give out carbon dioxide. Ye the carbon dioxide which is toxic to our system. The plant by God's nature is supposed to absorb the toxicity now a free air system no. That is useful to the plant. Na plant no so e take carbon dioxide ni we e the photosynthesize there then wama oxygen as a by.
As what we teaching a Jumay. I never know a teacher would see. Yeah, and I bet you know what the answer I said no.
Well, now, there's a cyclical thing.
Okay.
There's interdependence. Yeah, Nipano, we depend on the trees. The trees depends on us. And that is why they are telling you when the last tree dies,
the landsman also
because the tree is giving you oxygen.
Okay.
You are also giving carbon dioxide to the tree for the very survival of the tree, and you are also taking the oxygen for your very survival. So look at the connection. Into a banana near why are you getting the oxygen? Who could produce carbon dioxide? No, and this is why we need to protect our environment. Share asase, ye funkam asase no, omo funtum asase ni wieswa. There are chemicals omo uswa. Those chemicals no are so toxic. Some of them they cannot be dissolved. So ebekoswa fa system no ma will finally consume these things and they come into our system. And this is where we are getting this heart diseases, kidney diseases, and what have you, liver issues, and what have you, cancer, and those things. Because we are taking the metals, which are insoluble, and to me, and we take them direct into our system.
Yeah.
Mercury, cyanide, and in the heavy metals. But I believe that we pretend to be doing something.
Yeah. That's what the problem is.
Those who are doing the work, destroying the environment, will also pretend to be stopping.
Yeah.
But it takes commitment. Now, no, ya, say, Ibinum, Ashasia, Omawura, even virgin forest, ya start here, destroy. But I will applaud the minister. Hint nearby na. On it forestry before, with the military and then the other agencies team up, went there and then clamped on them. Matumi, actually excavators Nibia. This time around here, we'll bring them. You can give them to some state agencies, even the district assemblies or the minister assemblies to use. And that will be prudent than say, koshi. But aban we uhwe measures yomudi aba.
Yeah.
Adia na exist. Yana nanom pensu nyina. Penyi bi echirichiri mu say you can galamsey.
Yeah.
Do you know where that word comes from?
Say gather them and sell.
Gather and sell.
And sell.
Yeah, boaboa no ni aide yaton.
Ni yaton.
Indi ye boaboa no na je say ye sha se boaboa no nya no. But na ye nti say ni amanfo ye dia fidia kosim ensuo hu ni ese ensuo ye wo rock areas ye betimi are mining in those rock areas. Ye wo areas enye forest reserves ye betimi are mining. Why our forest reserves? Why our water bodies? Alluvial mining. Why those areas? And what the government is saying this time is that people must survive. Life must go on. The impunity with which the people are destroying the environment must also cease. Because the galamsey is a menace, it's a threat to the security of this state. So what the government intend doing is that they are coming to categorize mining into small scale mining, medium mining, large scale mining.
Into community mining everywhere.
Then
community mining as you read galamsey.
So we have to categorize it. Small scale, medium scale, and then large scale. Then some kind of training will be offered to them. And also in so doing, the very people are omoye small scale miners. They will be identified. But what I say, the medium scale will be identified. Then the large scales, we know them, the companies and what have you. Then they will be given training. We have an institution in this country that is meant just for mining and mining related activities. UMAT, Takwa. University of Mines and Technology, and so it is a university that is devoted solely for mining and related activities. So why won't we take it upon ourselves to give some kind of training? Emma Nkrofo finding in the industry, so that in doing it, the proper thing. Now, for regulatory agencies, they also do the right thing. Unkocha forest, say the concession and move be say your forest now. And that was you still now munyim free ho. Airline need I think we will work on it.
Much
we will work on the airline. Airline nya Akufo Addo na di ba. Airline sha se Akufo penso. Akufo na di airline ba e se.
Yeman Krofo
enko forest.
And the time any agitu mu.
Say Akufo penso nyina na e wo ho. Akufo Addo time na omogitu mu ana ya sha se a. Ya se say ye nsuo ni ye nyoma nyina.
But time ben na mo be ye ho adwuma na ye
yi sa. Oh, say na ya sha se.
Okay.
All right. As at now yen fa airline ma to reverse the old decision. I think surveillance should be high.
Okay.
As I say, ye ne ko ye forest no, ye nsuo ye mabambofo no day in day out no, or more monitor system no. Say na me kind no, the last budget I think 2023 budget. Now budget nim say Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources for auto drones
yeah.
Yeah, the drones no be call round.
Rounds are koshe.
Abe survey ahwe whether people are embarking on illegal mining and so there's a difference between purchase and then utilization of what has been purchased.
Okay.
Anameboa.
Pepe.
Yato.
Na say
na yato no ye de be ye adwuma.